Hello everybody, welcome to Penang in Malaysia for the Penang Sky Race, the 50-kilometer points race in the Asia Trailmaster Championship Series. Season 10, first time this race is part of our series. It essentially replaces Tioman Ultra, which was a points race in Malaysia last year, but it's a race that cannot take place in 2025. So MMTF consultant, organizer of the Penang Sky Race, asked if they can replace Tioman with this one. We are very happy to be back in Penang. We were already here in October for Ultimate Trails of Penang. So it's the second time this season we're here in Penang. Penang, which is the island, for those who do not know, off the coast of Butterworth, basically. So it's a little bit in the northwest of Malaysia, peninsular Malaysia. And it's also becoming a bit of a trail hub in the country here. So there's quite a few events, all kinds of events. And it's also a really great place to spend the weekend, I would say. This is the venue, the youth park, a different location in the youth park compared to UTOP in October. And we're about 15 minutes away from the start of the 50-kilometer race. That's the longest category in this event, and that is also the race that matters for Asia Trailmaster points. Later on in the morning, 6 o'clock to be exact, there is also a 30k race, and there's also a short distance race, which I believe takes place on Sunday morning even. But all our attention goes to the 50k. Runners are gathering here. It's 2:45 a.m. start at 3 a.m. One important element that we can mention already is it is still at this time hot. It's about 26-27 degrees and it's really humid. So there has been some rain and even some thunder in the air earlier on in the night. But it is expected that there should not be any issue for the race to go ahead here. This race, as you know from our footage yesterday already, is basically a little bit centered around the women's competition, where we will have the reigning Asia Trailmaster champion Priya Rai from Nepal against the 2022 Asia Trailmaster champion Hau Ha from Vietnam. It's always great to see Hau Ha back in the ATM scene. So she was our champion 3 years ago at the beginning of her trail running journey, which in the meantime has reached global stardom almost. 2 times 4th place in CCC in Chamonix. Already in the beginning of March, Hau Ha took part in an ATM race again. That was the Vietnam Ultra Marathon in Mai Chau. And in that event, she was again outstanding, beating Veronika Vodovichova, better known now as Veronika Lung, after she got married during the COVID crisis. So Hau Ha beat Veronika there by about 15 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So that means Hau Ha, despite changing teams earlier in the year, is still in great shape. And also yesterday she looked very strong. Also here we have Carly Balford ahead here. We have also Washington Firmeza from Australia back on the ATM scene after a hiatus of 1 year. We have Rohan Bigwasen, who is also a protagonist in season 8. Runners are going in the start block. I'll just go around there. We have also in the pink, we have Joy Sim from Singapore. She's also a podium contender for the women's 50k. What about the men's race? The men's race, we have Wilson Singh here from Sabah. We have Chris Timms from Singapore, who was the winner of UTOP 60 kilometers in October. We have Humberto Baeza, who has already done 3 ATM races with excellent results this season. We have Wilson Singing, as I mentioned maybe already before, from Sabah. We also have Godwin Mira from Bukidnon in the Philippines, winner of Mount Kalatungan Ultra in his home Bukidnon earlier in the season. Here we have also Siriporn Lomotong from Thailand. She was a top 10 placer in the ATM final. Over there we also have Jeffrey Ricardo from Indonesia there with the white top Salomon bag. Jeffrey Ricardo, he's the event organizer of Dieng Trail Run. That was the season opener this year in Asia Trailmaster. Not this year, last year of course. Last year, end of September. Before the men and women arrive. Alright. We have Carly. Carly, great to see you again. It's a bit loud here, I hope you can understand me. How are you feeling this morning?
Okay, I think. I did this last year and it was a good event, so it should be a little bit easier this year, I think. Less elevation.
You have been very busy in the past few weeks, though.
Yeah, I did Silaba 2 weeks ago, Mantin last week, and now Penang, and then I'm having a very, very well-earned rest after that.
Right, have a great race today still. Thank you. Carly Balfour, 2-star Grandmaster, Bronze Grandmaster. I'm going to try to get into the start block myself, see if we can talk to a few more runners. Interestingly, I have not yet. There's Wilson Singing. So Wilson Singing is here. Seems to be arriving a bit late, and as in fact, I have also not seen Haha yet, but now she's there. Okay, so Haha and Priya Rai both at the front there. You can see them. So as I said, I'm going to go into the start block. Here we have Joyce Him.
From UK.
It's very nice actually that the start and finish straight is fenced off. Keeps everything nice and clean and tidy. We also supported today by Mark Min. He's shooting photo. I hear that they also announced Halimatun Saadia, but I was told yesterday that she is a DNS, so I'm not sure.
There you go. I guess perhaps the seated runner here.
So for those interested in hearing what Haha and Priya Rai had to say, you can go to ATM YouTube and Facebook, where we had a short interview with them yesterday at the Race Pack Collection. Also, next to them, we have Lolita Lintanga, who is one of the podium contenders. It will be a stretch to say that she can follow Priya and Hao.
Alright, for the flag, we will be flagged off by Amy and Eugene from MMTF Consultant together with Mr. Vinzio from Kalas Malaysia. Good morning, Mr. Vin. How are you?
It should still be more than 5 minutes before the start.
See you again, Mr. Vin. Alright, just now,
So,
he has some advice
good to
for
see.
all the runners. He said that since the
Good to
weather
see
is
that
starting to
everybody is
be
there. We
busy,
have
that
Godwin
you
Mirror
will
over there as well, so Filipino fans.
and
So
for
can
all
also
the
relax. Godwin is here. He's
If it rains,
really
Hujan. If it rains, what you need
happy to
do
be
is
here also. We
keep
spoke with him, of
moving
course,
forward.
yesterday
If
and the
it
night
rains,
before.
Hujan,
This is a
keep
great
moving
opportunity for
forward. Go to the
Godwin.
nearest aid station.
He has exactly the kind of competition today that a young runner like him needs to develop further as a competitive athlete.
Do not take shelter.
Godwin certainly has chances to win, but it will not be easy with Wilson Singing, Alex Tilley there as well. We have not mentioned him. And here with the Falcons, T8 Falcons shirt, that's Humberto Baeza. He is leading the ATM points ranking with his 3 great results. It also includes winning Lam Dong Trail in Dalat, Vietnam in November, early in the season. Humberto Baeza, what can he do today? In Vietnam Ultramarathon, he had to settle for 8th place. He was apparently not very happy, according to Chris Timms at least, that's his teammate. Chris Timms is here as well, but I don't see him now, but he's here. He arrived late last night, Chris Timms, coming from Singapore. So I was talking about Lolita Lintanga. Lintanga was 3rd in BUTM earlier in February this year. Lolita is by herself here, so her elder sisters Jessica and Adelina are not racing the Penang Sky Race.
And 8 Sport Nutrition. And our official sponsors, Mama.
They still have 2 races also in Sabah coming up in this season of ATM. That's the Kadamayan Ultra at the end of July, Car Ultra, and of course Borneo TMBT at the very end of August this year, which will be one of the last ATM points races this season. Here we have Scott Buick also from Singapore, who apparently is in great shape, we were told, and he is eyeing top 5, so it's possible. Here we have Chris Timms. I remember last year in Ultra Trail Singapore, Chris and Hao ran together most of the race.
To hear your voice, some noise. Yes, that's it, guys.
So we have most of the top contenders for the victory today. We have them here at the front of the block. Scott Pure, one of the tallest runners. Wilson singing also for him. This is a great opportunity today to win, just like Godwin. All these runners, Chris, Wilson, Godwin, also Humberto and Alex Tilly, any one of these 5 can realistically win this race. So that makes it very interesting today. For the women, it should normally be between, of course, Priya Rai here in the black T8 this time, and Hao Ha. Former teammates 2 years ago, they were both in the same team, had the same coach. Then Priya went her own way back in Kathmandu, and interesting, since then, of course, Priya Rai has become a more experienced, more mature trail runner. Priya Rai is still very young. I think she's same age as Godwin Mirar.
Coming from Italy, won the 42-kilometer man category,
and we should be about 2-3 minutes away from the start. So I'm gonna go a little bit, 5 minutes away. Okay.
Okay, Arif, we would like to take this opportunity for an old photo op.
Carly Balford also in the front. There's also a few Malaysian runners, local runners here, who also can eye a great result today, potentially top 5. In trail running, that's always the great thing. You can always have these surprises. People nobody expected suddenly turn up at the front. We also have a couple of grandmasters here in the race. Yvette Chong Mi Ching, 3-star grandmaster. Here we have Amy Kaur also from the organization, an MTF consultant.
Alright, huge smile everybody.
Together with Vin from Kailas, Malaysia, and Eugene Tan.
Let us celebrate. Today is the day, ladies and gentlemen. This is the day that you've been waiting for. The day for you to unleash everything you got.
So I was saying there's a couple of grandmasters here, 2-star grandmaster, 3-star grandmasters, but this race is of course not offering any more GM points because 50k is not 70k. Grandmaster points are only offered when a race distance is 70 kilometers or longer. I hope that my voice is coming through well. It's very loud here at the finish. Using a microphone, so I'm guessing it's okay. But in case not, less than 5 minutes now to go here at the youth park.
Check all your mandatory items. Check your GPS device. Check everything.
Immediately after the start, they will go uphill. So there's a steep uphill already immediately after start. So it will be. There's no warm up. It will be down to business straight away for the competitors for victory. Yesterday, Hao Ha was saying that she is eyeing a finishing time of 4 hours and 45 minutes. I think that's ambitious, but you never know. Penang is tough. Penang trails are technical. We base that, of course, on our experiences with UTOP, Ultimate Trails of Penang, the other event, and also on Penang Eco, which takes place on the other side of Penang, on the mainland. And we're getting ready for the start. I'm going to go to the end of this corridor. Here we also have from Kailas, Vietnam, supporting Hao Ha for the Vietnamese fans. He will come with us later on in the car, so as we will be going to several aid stations. We will not be going to the first aid station because, as I was just saying, we're going straight uphill and it's not going to be feasible for us to reach the summit of that first hill before the runners. So we'll be heading to the Botanical Garden, and that is checkpoint 2. And runners come back to the Botanical Garden also later on in the race before they head back to the youth park for the finish line. 2,700 meters of elevation gain in this 46-kilometer race, so that's a high number. That's tough. And despite it being 3 a.m., there's still spectators here as well, so that's also nice to see. Eugene Tan is giving a few more last-minute instructions to the runners as we are waiting for the flag up. So this is the fourth Malaysian points race of the current ATM season. We had Utop, we had BUTM, we had Silabur 100 in Sarawak 2 weeks ago. Victory by Chris Timms, incidentally. So it's only 2 weeks ago. He ran a 100k. He won that race together with Oswald Michael, a local young talent from Sabah. The headlights are switched on, so we are just moments away from the start now. And we expect Hauha to start with a bit between her teeth as usual. She is a fast starter. It's one of her key strengths that she can immediately sprint out of the blocks, so to speak, and put the others under pressure. That's what she did also in Vietnam Ultra Marathon with Veronica Lang. The gap between Hauha and Veronica was never much. It was always like 5 minutes. But that initial gap, just Hauha was able to keep all the race, all 70 kilometers. And here we go. Penang Sky Race, 50 kilometer. We're off. Chris Timms, Priya Rai, Umberto, Hauha, Joy Sim, Alex Tilley. Good field here. Rohan Bigwansen also goes through the picture here. I haven't mentioned Siriporn Lumatong already from Thailand. She is also in the race, and she could also be a contender for podium. I expect her to compete with Lolita Lintanga, Joy Sim, and a few others for that third podium spot. And so they're off, and we'll be closing this live stream. And we'll be back later tonight with updates from Botanical Garden, and as I mentioned, that is checkpoint 2. So stay up to date here on Facebook, especially, also on Instagram.